touch it. Just touch it.
Alright, here we go for the vampire nerd build. This build is made mostly for people who just want to use as many vampire skills as possible. I try to use all of them except for the stun, because in PVE we don't really need that. So right back into it. From the sets that you're going to need, anything for your One Piece monster set, anything you want more of. I chose one for damage. But War Maiden and Vampire Lord and Oaken Soul, those are going to be the sets. And then whatever one piece you want to go with that. If you need more resistances, go with resistances. If you need more damage, penetration, recovery, stats, whatever you want, I think it's pretty flexible. The whole idea is to try to utilize the Vampire Lord set and mix it with the Vampire Lord skills, and Oaken Soul forcing you to only use one bar, and then pick whatever one skill you want. I chose Shadowy Disguise because I think it fits Vampire best, and I just like sneaking around and sort of playing like that for Vampire, and then utilizing the rest of the skills as much as possible. The Mistform is great for big mobs of NPCs, just trying to gather them all up, waiting till you have ult, using Exhilarating Drain as much as you need until you get that ult back, and then going into the ult form, hitting Sated Fury, and then just spamming Arterial Burst with light and heavy attacks is the main rotation. Alright, straight into champion points. You can pretty much pick whatever you want in the green bar, pretty much with any build. I would either go with the mount speed ones, and obviously everything that goes into boosting your speed, so I always have these in the green bar. And then in particular for Vampire, when I'm going around PVE, I will choose the ones that help reduce the cost of the guards coming after me and taking my money, just because I run into a lot of issues with that, as probably some of you do as well. Alright, now on to the blue champion points. Reaving Blows, I think it's a great way to get heals on a vampire. That 8% every time you do damage is really nice. Fighting Finesse, critical damage, critical healing increase. Master at Arms. You can choose other ones for this, and then, but the last one I would say is the most important, just because we work in heavy attacks, but that's Weapon Expert to boost your damage by 20% on light attacks and heavy attacks. Alright, now on to red bar. Siphoning Skills is probably the most important. That was the first one I just went to. And then from there, it's pretty much whatever you want. I like to put it into health and resistances just so I have it, and into speed because I like to go fast, but the most important on that was Siphoning Skills, so you can get that mag back. But yeah, from the rest of this video you can just watch. I'll stop talking at some point after I explain this. But I just go through a variation with my original setup of skills, hitting targets. This is just the Thrall, as you can see, pretty basic, so you can see the numbers. So I'll go through this with Vampire Lord, with the original skill setup that I talked about and had in my first video. And then later on I try out different skills on a Nightblade just to see if I can increase the damage while I'm hitting the trial dummy, as you'll see. And Merciless Resolve with Impale increased it quite a bit, and you'll see the numbers jumping up quite a bit. But this is just the evolution of me sort of playing around with getting the rotation down, which is just holding a heavy attack and then hitting Arterial Burst right afterwards, and then working in light and heavy attacks. You see me hitting Shadowy Disguise in this just for that crit damage to experiment with it, and then with Sated Fury trying to get my health down as low as possible there to see if it increases the damage, which it does. And then later, because I'm at the Vampire House, I can go into Vampire Lord inevitably and just show you what those numbers look like in comparison. So yeah, definitely something to totally make your own. I hope this helps as like a base for this type of build, but once again, the whole idea is just to be as nerdy as a vampire as possible. Obviously there's way more damage you could do with other setups, but this is to utilize in the role-playing aspect of vampire as much as possible. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I hope this video helps for those who are interested in a full vampire build. If you keep watching towards the end, I have some more PVE clips just showing Skyreach and I think Vatistran Hollows, just to sort of show a few bosses out of that to see what this build can do. Alright, have a good day.
Ta-ta there, donkeys.